Okay, hi everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. My name is Emma. I am one of the customer success managers here at Healthie. So today's live class is building your business with Healthie. I'm just going to wait a few more minutes before starting. I know maybe some folks are getting off of work right now, so just want to wait a little bit before beginning the live class. Okay, I'm just gonna jump into it again. My name is Emma again. I am one of the customer success managers here at Healthie. And today's live class is building your business with Healthie. So today I'm going to do a tour of the Healthie platform. I'm going to go over some of our core features and how providers are using it. I'm also going to go over best practices and tips with your Healthie platform and where a good area to start off if you're brand new to the Healthie system. I know sometimes when you're logging, it could be a little bit overwhelming where to begin at. So I'm just gonna talk a little bit about basics, and then I'll also talk more about what providers are doing on the platform to set up for success for the new year. I work with a lot of providers here on the platform, so a lot of them are doing some holiday specials. So definitely want to share that with you all. So that you get an idea on, maybe something that you want to incorporate into your practice. At the end, I'll go through everyone's questions. So please feel free to send us any questions in the Q&A. Stephanie's here as well too to help out. So as you're sending those Q&A questions, we'll try to respond throughout the live class, or I'll go through the questions at the end. So I'm going to share my screen with you all. So let me pull up my Healthie platform. Okay, it's actually on my forms tab. Okay, let me just hit the home tab. Perfect. So I'm currently logged into Healthie. For those of you that are completely brand new, I just want to talk a little bit about who we are. So we are fully HIPAA compliant, each EHR software or platform. We do have a lot of features here on Healthie, and with that being said, everything's fully customizable. So as I'm going through my platform, I just wanted to mention there are certain things you can turn off if it does not apply to your practice. There is a client side or a patient side of Healthie. So you can invite your clients to utilize Healthie, and on their side, they'll be able to communicate with you, fill out your forms, they can schedule with you, pay invoices. There's all these different types of journals that you can turn on for them, such as their metrics journal, food diary. There's a water intake. So I'll definitely go through those settings, what you can turn on for your clients. We also offer telehealth. So we do have a built-in video call system. We also have an integration with Zoom as well, and I'll talk a little bit about that a little bit later on. And we do have an app, so you can download the Healthie app for Android or iOS. It's a free app for you and your client. When you log in, not all the features are listed on the app, just want to point that out, but we do have majority of those features. And if you if you don't have access to a computer, if you don't have access or a client doesn't have access, they can always pull up the desktop version through the mobile web browser. So you always have access to some type of to log into your Healthie account. So yeah, I'm gonna first go through the clients tab. So with the clients tab, this is where you can create client profiles or patient profiles. Depending on what subscription you're on, if you're on the free plan, you can add up to 10 active clients. For the essential plans, it's 250, and then for Practice Plus and above, it's unlimited. So this is where you can go ahead and add that client or patient into the system. You can just put their first first name, last name, email address. You can also place clients into groups. So if you work with different types of clients, maybe you want to organize them in a certain group. With groups here on Healthie, clients can receive different intake flows. So depending on which group you're placing them into, it can trigger out certain forms for them to send out. So for now, I'm just going to leave it no group. So if I want to go add someone in, put their first name, last name, email address, no group. Below that, we will ask you, do you want to send them the invitation email so they can get on and create their Healthie account? If you don't want to, maybe you want to hold off. Maybe this client's is never going to log in. Maybe you don't want them to have access to Healthie, or maybe you're still setting up the system. You can hold off sending them that client invite email, and later on you can resend it. So once you, this is one way you can add a client to the system. Another way, just want to point out, is the shareable invite link. This is the direct link that you can email to a client. Maybe you want to put this on your website. So I know a lot of providers right now, they're revamping up their website for the new year. What you can do is put the sign up page for a client to create their own Healthie account. You can also put in the login page for them to log in to Healthie when they go directly to your website. So I know some providers like to add in, maybe they have blogs and special promotions on their website. Maybe they want to direct their clients to go to their website first, but you can add these links onto your website. And one of the links can be for them to set up their own Healthie account. This will, they don't have to wait for that invite email. It's direct access once they create an account. It logs them in, and then that's when your forms pop up for them to fill out. So that's like another way a client can gain access. And that's one of the links you can add to social media or on your website. So yeah, once you add the client in, the client's going to receive that invite email. Just to show you all where that client email is, if you go to your settings tab, you'll have a whole panel of settings. You'll have some things for personal, some things for business, for branding. You can upload your logo, which will replace our Healthie logo. So when the client logs in, they'll see your logo. Also, here's the client login page that you can add to your website as well. So I mentioned, if you're thinking about updating your website, maybe you want to add in the login page, your brand name will display here. So that's actually my brand name. To make it clear to providers, like your display or brand or logo name will appear there. But yeah, they'll see your name versus our name. And it's kind of personalized so that they don't have to go to gethealthie.com to log in. They can go to your website and go directly to log into their Healthie account. There's options for changing the colors of the platform. To take it a step further for branding, this is available on our Practice Plus and above plan. So on that plan, you'll be able to change the colors, and then also your social media links will appear in the email templates that are sent out to your clients. Just going, skipping down below, you'll have email templates listed here. And under email templates, these are all the emails that are sent out to your clients. So this is that client invite email I was explaining about earlier. When you add a client to the system, this is asking them to create their Healthie account. So we added some verbiage in there explaining to your clients or patients what Healthie is or what they can do. You can add additional information. I've noticed that some providers will add in their phone number or additional contact information. If the client has any other questions, they can reach out to that, to the office line. We will fill in the client's name for you, so you don't have to worry about that. But I always say, if you tweak around these emails, just preview it so you can see what it looks like. So they'll see your brand name. They won't see Healthie, so that's included in the branding section. If you want them to see your logo, that's on the Practice Plus plan, but it is an option. It is one of the branding options. If you're on Practice Plus, you can add in the logo. But this is what they'll see. They'll click on accept invite. Once they log in, they will we'll take them to a page to create their password. Once they create their password, they're logged into Healthie, and then that's when your forms pop up. So the forms lives inside of Healthie, so they have to create their account to get in to fill out those forms. They're not attached to this email, so they gotta log in to fill them out. There's other templates you can customize, such as the appointment confirmation email. You can customize it based on the different types of appointments that you're offering. Typically, I don't see providers customizing these emails because it's just very clear time and date of the appointment, how to get to the where's the appointment. It's a video call, in person, or phone call, and they can add it to their personal calendar. If you find that clients are not filling out your forms, or maybe there's a certain type of appointment that requires the client not to eat 24 hours, then that's when I would recommend adding some of that verbiage in there. Maybe your office line, if you're not allowing clients to cancel, maybe you want to mention, if you need to reschedule or cancel, please give us a call, or maybe you want to make a note in the appointment reminder or confirmation email, letting them know, like, if you cancel, if you no show or cancel, it's a $50 fee, just so, giving that friendly reminder to your clients. So we definitely give you, some flexibility with these emails. You can customize them based on the different types of appointments. So you have a whole bunch of emails here. So again, that's in our gear icon under settings, and that's listed under email templates. So once a client is added to Healthie, they receive this invite email, they create their password. The first thing that they're going to receive is your forms to fill out. So I'm going to jump into the forms tab on the left-hand side and jump into intake flow. So the first thing they'll receive is your intake flow. By default, we created an intake flow for everyone just to get them started. It's called the intake flow default. If you click on the three dots to click to manage, that's where you can add whatever forms you want the client to receive. We always add this welcome in. I always get the a common, like a really popular or common question I receive is just what's the difference between this welcome and the welcome email? So the welcome email is for them to create their password. Once they log in, this is the welcome of the platform. So it lets them know, like, you have forms to fill out, and then you can go ahead and add whatever forms you want them to fill out. So in this drop down, it's going to pull in the forms that are listed in your form builder. Everyone should have access to our pre-made forms. So feel free to make changes and edits to those forms. I'm just going to go ahead and type in Healthie. Everyone should have access to the Healthie Smart Form. If you're a PT, chiropractor, lactation consultant, we do have specialty forms. So please feel free to reach out to our team. We'll be happy to upload those forms to your account. If you're a health coach, we also have some health coach forms, but by default, we have some forms we upload in everyone's account, such as the Healthie Smart Form, the telehealth consent, the release of information. So that's like some of our standard forms. So in the form builder, you'll see them there. When you click to edit one of the forms, you'll notice that each form, it's built with these different boxes. You can actually go through and delete or edit, some of the questions that we ask. Maybe doesn't apply to your practice. So you'll notice, like, each question has its own edit, copy, and delete button, and you can just go through, edit, and delete. If you wanted to add additional questions, you just click, drag over the different box style you would like to use. So I clicked and drag over open, answer, long. It looks like you can't click and drag, but sometimes give it a little bit. It will drop it into your form. And then when you click on edit, that's where you can rephrase what the question says. So I'm just going to put medications. And then below, that's where the client's going to respond. So that's how you'll make changes and adjustments to our forms. So the form builder, it's your library forms. That's where you can build out intake forms for clients to fill out. You can create charting templates, templates for you to fill out on the client. So if you're a clinician, it would be the template you would use on the client. And then program forms. If you're on our Practice Plus and Above plan, you can create educational courses. which you can create forms for, maybe quizzes, assessments. You can surveys, you can create it as a program form and add it to a specific program in which you want to drip out to your clients. You'll notice that there's no upload form button here. So you actually have to recreate, or if you have forms already created, you actually have to recreate them in our system so that it's electronically fillable. I know some, if you're on our paid subscription, we're able to build out your forms for you. Just reach out to us. We'd be happy to build them out. But if you prefer to build out your own forms, you'll just click on create form, write the title of it, and then essentially you start off with a gray blank sheet of paper, and that's where you'll click and drag and drop all the different box styles. And then you'll click on edit and put in your question. And then the box below would be where the client would write out their response. So you're just editing, each question, each box with your question. So I'm going to put medications for an example. You can play around with the categories. We do have client info category that has demographic information on the client. So you could just drag this all over. I'm just simply clicking and dragging over. These fields will auto populate into the client's profile, so you don't have to worry about it. But that's essentially how you build out your chart note or your intake form. So that's in the form builder. So just circling back, when you add the client to the system, when they're added, they receive the email to set up their Healthie account. They're going to receive your intake flow. So you can create several intake flows to assign them to different types of clients or groups. So how we have the Healthie platform design is that anyone that's added to Healthie, they're assigned to some type of intake flow. So your default intake flow is technically assigned to the no group clients. So just be careful with that, because I know some providers, they make sure they place their clients into no group, but they don't know that the no group is actually assigned to the default flow. So that's when you can actually place clients into groups. And then with groups, you can assign them to different intake flows. So I'm just going to go to the clients tab. And here you have client groups. And then that's where you can create different groups. So clients don't know they're in a group. They don't know the name of the group. They don't know who else is in that group. It's just for you to know which paperwork they're receiving, or maybe you need to send the group a document. So versus selecting everyone's name, you can just send that document to just the group. So yeah, some common groups that I've seen a lot of providers create is a 30 challenge group, a discovery call group. So maybe you're open to taking on new clients and you want to know who those discovery call clients are. Another name for it would be potential clients. I've seen 30-day challenges. If you want to separate by sex, female, male group, or if you take insurance and out-of-pocket pay, insurance group, out-of-pocket pay group, or maybe you're coming from a different software and you don't want your clients to go through the paperwork again when you transfer it, when you come onto Healthie or add them to Healthie. So maybe you want to create a group called existing clients and then create an intake flow that has no forms in there. So you're going to first create all your different groups. Then that's when you're going to go to forms and intake flow. And then that's where you're going to create an intake flow for that specific group. So clients don't know the intake flow's name. They just see that they have paperwork to fill out. So I always recommend naming the intake flow's name, the group's name, so you don't get confused. But yeah, once you create that group, you can add in whichever forms you want the client to fill out. For instance, I've been insurance flow, it's assigned to the insurance group. So if you're just already setting up your platform and you're just like, oh shoot, I need to place clients into groups, what you could do is select the client's name. You'll see checkboxes next to the client's name. And once you select their name towards the bottom, you will see a button to change their group. And then that's how you can switch them in and out of groups. Or when you manually add someone to the system, you can place them to that group and then they'll receive that specific intake flow. So those are a few ways you can kind of change clients' groups. So that's really it. That's the whole onboarding process for the client. You just add them into Healthie, or if they go through one of the sign up links, They'll create a Healthie account and they fill out your forms, and then that's it. They'll be able to utilize some of the features on there. So if you are placing clients into groups, you can actually customize that group settings. So right now I created a 30-day challenge group. If I click on the three dots, I can edit that specific group settings. And here are all the settings I can adjust for that specific group. So maybe for the 30-day challenge group, I don't want them to view packages, or maybe I don't want them to even fill out forms or upload documents. So here you can customize what a specific group, what you want them to see on the platform. So maybe it's a discovery call group, and maybe you don't want those discovery call folks have access to the full, features on Healthie. So you can actually turn off the food diary. We have the water intake diary. Here's metrics. And with metrics, once they're entered in, they will appear on a graph. So you can see trends over time. Below that's custom metric. So if we don't have a metric listed above, you can create it as a custom metric. We have some things for fitness. We have a general symptoms diary that they can track headaches, nausea. We have a notes diary. So maybe your practice, you don't do anything with food. We have just a general notes diary where the client can just share with you their day and their mood. We have a poop diary where clients can track bowel movements. We have some integrations here, some wearables that you can turn on for the client to set up. And then you'll see those pulled in the morning as journal entries. Also, we have some options for chat if you want them to be able to send you direct messaging or allow to participate in community chat. And then there's also goals when you want them to receive goal reminders. So with groups, you can do a lot. You can, set, specific settings for folks that are in a group. If you wanted to set it for global, it's underneath settings. And then once you have this side panel of settings, you'll have a journal entries here. So any adjustments you make here, it will affect all of your new clients moving forward. So if you haven't started adding clients to the system, I definitely recommend coming here, turning on the certain settings you want all of your clients to follow. Now, if you've already added the individual, you can adjust the individual setting. That's listed in that individual's profile. So I'm just going to hop into a client's profile, and then at the top, you'll have actions. This is where you can find all their demographic information. Right underneath care plans, you'll have settings. And here you can adjust it for that individual. If the individual has a care plan, the care plan overrides the individual setting. So you would have to modify it in the care plan, but you're able to, there's different tiers, you can adjust it. So you can adjust it globally for groups and an individual. So I highly recommend going through there. The next area in the platform I'm just going to touch on is the calendar. So you have full control over your calendar. You can open it up for clients or patients to schedule, or maybe you don't want clients and patients to schedule, so only you will schedule the appointment. So I always recommend under more, a great area to go through is appointment types. These are the different types of appointments that you're offering. By default, we created the initial consultation, the follow-up, and the discovery call. You can edit them, you can delete them, you can create your own appointment type. So it's a pretty simple template to follow. You write the name of the appointment. Here, this is circling back to groups. Did you want to place that client into a group once they sign up for that appointment type? And if you are placing them into that group, remember, if that group is associated with an intake flow, they're automatically going to receive that group's intake flow. You can make it a group appointment. To create group appointments, it would be on our essentials plan. If you want to do group video calls on Zoom, that's on our Practice Plus plan. And then we also ask you if you want to allow clients to book for this specific type of appointment. Maybe this is an internal meeting, only you can book. So we give you the option to kind of make an appointment type visible or hidden to your clients. Maybe this appointment type you want clients to be able to book for, but maybe only specific clients are able to book for this type of appointment. So let's say you work with, different types of clients, and you don't want your other clients to know you work with this specific type. Maybe they're sensitive, or maybe you just don't want them to know you offer that type of service. So you can select a group, and only those specific participants in that group will be able to see that certain appointment type. It's more so used if you're working in a corporate, you work with corporate clients, and you don't want other corporate clients know you're working with a different corporate. So that's where groups come into play, what I've seen on the platform. And not so much for like, if you're like an athletes group and then a pediatrics group, like that's the reason why the appointments are hidden. It's more so like corporate offices, but that's also another example as well. So we just give you those options, and then you're going to set the length of the appointment, how the contact type options, what the ones that you want the client to select for. And then if you're part of a multi-organization, this is on our Group Practice Plus and above plan, you'll be able to assign a specific appointment to a provider. So only Jones does this appointment and not the rest of the providers on the platform. You can also schedule a form to send out. So I know some providers get a little hung up on this. They think that, once the appointment is scheduled, that's when the intake flow is sent out. This is to attach a one-off form. So each time when this appointment is scheduled, this form will send out each time. So usually it's a goal sheet or a testimonial or a feedback. It's usually, I see providers attach forms to the follow-up to send out that survey or like the goal sheet, for an example. So yeah, you can create the different types of appointments for you to schedule or for clients to schedule. Some popular common appointment types I've seen a lot of providers create is the initial consultation, the follow-up, the free discovery call, free 15-minute call, clarity call, evaluation call, webinar, Q&A, team meeting, 30-day challenge class, grocery tour. So those are like very common appointment types I've seen a lot of providers create. Totally fine if you just keep it simple and just have one initial and one follow-up, totally fine. But I've seen providers create like many options because they work with different types of clients. So this is the appointment type section. So it's a great area to go through. I also recommend going through appointment settings. You have about 20 to 30 some calendar settings that you can go through. Things that we can adjust your calendar, like if you wanted to put buffer in between appointments, how far in advance a client can schedule with you. You can set up the appointment alerts. So every subscription has access to the appointment reminder emails, the confirmation emails, and the intake form reminder. I believe the text message reminders, they're only on our essentials plan and above. But we do have text message reminders as options. Also, we have some options if you want clients to confirm or cancel their appointment. You can also set parameters when you want clients to do so. So that's some options there. If you want them to cancel through text, that's on one of our paid subscriptions. But yeah, clients are able to interact with those emails if you want them to, cancel or reschedule their appointments. And for those of you that are on our Practice Plus plan, you'll be able to set Zoom as your default video chat. So we have two video systems. So everyone has access to our built-in Healthie's Telehealth. So just showing everyone really quickly like what our built-in Healthie's Telehealth session looks like. So let me join in here. So this is for 101s. With our built-in system, it's inside of Healthie. So it lives inside of charting. So once you join in a call, we make sure that you're able to see yourself, your microphone's going up and down, and then we take you into the video chat, which is listed in charting. So you'll be able to do your private notes on the right-hand side. You'll be able to select which template you want to use. And when you're charting on a client, your client does not see what's listed on the right-hand side. They just see you or chat. You'll be able to send clients messages through chat. Maybe you want to send them a link to a website to look over or an attachment. But you'll be able to change the style of the video chat. You can make a full screen. You can make it mini video. Now you won't see yourself, but the client will still be able to see you. And then you can just, drag this around while you're charting on the client. So you'll be able to share screens just how I'm sharing my screen with you all. You can turn off your camera, mute yourselves. And once you're done, you can leave the call. So that's our built-in system. So everyone has access to our built-in system. It's only for one-on-one sessions. So if you're wanting to do group sessions, you would have to, that would be on Zoom. So when you create an appointment, you'll see a checkbox to use Zoom. When you click on the appointment, you'll see that it will be a Zoom call. And then I can't click on it because we're in a Zoom meeting right now, but it'll pull up Zoom. Just how you clicked on the link, it pulls up Zoom. We also give you the client's link here. So with Zoom, you can not only you could do one-on-ones, but you could do up to 100 clients in a video chat. A lot of providers prefer Zoom because it's a well-known company. A lot of clients might be familiar with Zoom, but then again, a lot of providers do prefer our built-in system because it's inside of Healthie, inside of those chart nodes. The clients remain inside of Healthie. They're not taken to Zoom to go through the video chat there. But for group sessions, it would be through Zoom, which is on the Practice Plus plan. And you can have 100. If you want to extend that number to 300 to participants or 500 participants, just reach out to us. We'll be able to increase that number. It's an additional charge. So yeah, this is, so yeah, you have like two different options to using the video system here. To put in your availability for clients to schedule, it's under set weekly availability or add availability for the day. So you can go through set weekly availability, enter in your reoccurring availability where you can highlight the times when you are available in green, so clients can schedule with you. So you just click, drag down and highlight. So I highlighted for Saturday. You'll notice that for Saturday, you'll see that solid green block color, but I also put one-time availability there, so it's kind of difficult. But the other way to do it's putting availability per day, which is which shows a squiggly green color. So you'll notice the solid is for one-time availability and the squiggly green block is for one time. So, and then also we allow you to sync your personal calendar to Healthie. So if you want to pull in some of your events into Healthie or see your Healthie appointments on your personal calendar, you'll be able to set it up here. So yeah, that's, the calendar. And we also give you links, direct link to your calendar. So you're able to, share or put your calendar link on your website, social media. Maybe you're making a recommendation to a client where you want them to schedule a certain type of appointment. So this calendar quick share here, it will show my client all the different types of appointments I'm offering. So when I jump on here, you'll see all the different types. I'm logged in as a client, so it's showing me no credits. So I'm just going to go ahead and schedule that appointment. You'll see a time slot. They'll see time slots, and then that's when they'll put their name, their email address, and reason for visit. So you can definitely create, additional links for your website, such as the calendar link. If you want to customize it so it doesn't show all the different types of appointments, under more, you'll have share and embed. And then that's where you can create a unique link. Like, I don't want my client to feel so overwhelmed with all these different types of appointments. I can go ahead, customize that link to show maybe 5 of those sessions in there for them to book. So that's some customizations that you can do with the calendar. Another great feature is documents. So with documents, you can build up your document library. These can be resources, handouts, educational materials that you want to share with your client. I recommend creating folders, and maybe you want to name the folder handouts or educational material, and then what's inside of that folder, you can go ahead and upload all those resources in there. And then once a new client joins in, or maybe you want to share that specific folder with a client, you could just click on the 3 dots and share, and everything that's inside of that folder is automatically being shared with the client. If you uploaded something new and place it into that folder, it's also automatically being shared with the client. So you just don't have to keep resharing something new that you've uploaded with your clients. And you get to pick and choose who you want to share it with. maybe all your new clients when they join in, maybe all of your active clients. So here are some options that you can choose from. So yeah, with documents, I recommend having a folder maybe for client like resources, especially for Healthie. I know we provide resources for clients. Like we have a lot of guides that you can share with clients on how to navigate the system. And I always recommend providers creating a folder with those recommendations in there and just sharing it with all of their clients when they first join on Healthie, so that they have some guides. Like maybe they're not too sure how to upload a food journal entry, they can refer to that folder. If you want to have access to those resources, just hit this help bubble, just ask our team and we can point you in the right direction. Also, I know some of you might have meal plans or recipes. I recommend creating a folder for meal plan, and then you can create subfolders. So maybe create a folder for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then put in those meal plans in there, just to keep things organized. So documents tab can be a very powerful tool. You can also add images here. You can upload MP4 files. They can't exceed over 50 megabytes. So that's usually like a 3 to 5 minute video. You can upload PowerPoint slides on here as well too, if you need to share like a PowerPoint. I always say PDFs are the best, because when you share a PDF, it just pops up versus the client downloading if it's a document or a docx, like they would have to download it on their computer, or maybe they don't have Word, so it's pulling up maybe some other software on their computer. So I would just recommend just downloading documents. You can also create folders for like seasonal things, maybe like winter recipes, or just some resources in there, like common codes, like I know some providers created some seasonal folders and share with their clients. So for winter, maybe you have some tips of best family meals to create in the winter, and then also like a folder in there how to deal with colds and some remedies in there. So you can do a lot with documents. So I touched on forms. So that's all the forms that the client receives. Let me talk a little bit about chat. So you're able to send your clients messages through chat. When a client receives the message, they will receive an email or a pop-up notification. Because of HIPAA, we don't show the actual text in the email. So in the email, they can click on it to view the message, and we'll log them into Healthie to read the message. But you're able to create messages. Now, if you want to create group messages, I know a lot of providers are doing like 30-day challenges, or some group community chats. That is on our essentials plan and above, where you can, once you place your clients into a group, you can go ahead, create that community chat where we ask you which type of chat message it is. So message blast, everyone's BCC'd on there. So maybe you wanted to say, have a great weekend, but you didn't want to, create a community chat for it. So message blast, it sends every individual a message. Everyone's BCC'd on there. So if someone responds to you, it just only goes to you. And the community chat is creating that thread where everyone can see each other's responses. They can communicate with amongst themselves. So for clients to participate in a community chat, you have to start off that thread. Clients can't go ahead and start threads with other clients. So you got to create that thread so you can monitor it. And then from there, you can add images, you can insert videos for them to watch. It will show embedded. So if you have a YouTube video, it's not going to take them youtube.com. They will remain here in Healthie to watch that video. They can read these messages on the app as well. And you can also attach files. So a lot of providers like group messaging because currently right now, when a client posts something like a food diary, it only comes to you and you're just having that interaction with that individual. Some providers want their clients to see what other clients post, or have clients engage with other clients for accountability, or maybe there's some things that maybe the provider's busy back to backs. However, they created this group chat where others can help each other out, like if they have certain questions on like assignments that were sent out, or some tips. Maybe some clients will provide tips what they learned over the program, or what they've learned in the past. So group community chats are very popular. Again, the 30-day challenge is a very popular one. I've seen a lot of providers do. You might not, you don't have to call it challenge, but maybe the 30-day program, or 30-day group, or get fit group, or if it's a corporate office, maybe you want to name it the corporate office name. So you can definitely rename that group. So have those clients engage, and they can talk amongst themselves. Also, you can schedule out messages as well too. So we do have the option. So you have to type in the message first, and then in the send button, you can schedule out messages. So maybe this is a message you want to go out maybe on Friday, but you have the time now to type up that message. You can definitely schedule that message so it's already done for you, so you don't have to worry about it on Friday. Also with chat, just jumping back to settings, on the left hand side, you'll have features. You'll have a chat tab. Here you can create autoresponders. So I know with the holidays coming up, maybe your clients are maybe they're very active in chat. So you can definitely turn on an autoresponder, let them know like, I'm out of the office from XYZ. If it's an emergency, please contact this number. You can turn on the notification when they do respond to your autoresponder. You can also create a welcome message. So that I always recommend this, especially if they're a new client. Maybe this welcome message, it will show them they have a message available. Maybe greet them like, hey, congratulations, you made it on the platform. Like, give them some guidance, next steps, please start utilizing the journal feature, or start creating your goals, and the next session we'll go over those goals. So definitely create that welcome message, and it's a very inviting when the client logs in and they see it, and you can lay out those next steps, versus the client create their account and then fill out your forms, and then they're just like, I don't know what else to do next. So I always recommend creating that auto welcome message for sure for your clients. So yeah, that's with chat. Lastly is just wanted to cover over billing and reports. So with billing, we do have an out-of-pocket pay option, and also we have claims. So for those of you that are contracted with a payer, you can create claims on Healthie to submit to insurance. We do have the CMS 1500 or the red claim that you can fill out on the client. We do have all the ICD-10 codes and procedure codes. So once you just have to get through the first claim. Once you get through the first claim, everything will auto-fill in. So we have all the insurance policies listed here. So if you maybe contract with Medicare or Medicaid, they're all listed here, or Blue Cross or Aetna. If you, we have all the ICD-10 codes or diagnoses, they're all listed here. And then we also have the procedure codes or CPT codes too. So yeah, once you create your claim, we work with the clearinghouse called Office Ally. So there's two ways to submit to Office Ally. What you're going to do is select the claims you've created, and then you will next you would export as a text file down, or batch those claims into a downloadable file, and then you go to Office Ally's website to upload it onto their website, and then Office Ally is the one to distribute out the claims to whichever payer. We do have a direct integration so that it skips out that process, so you don't have to go to Office Ally's website. We do have the direct integration with Office Ally. It's on our Practice Plus plan, but what happens is that when you select your claims, you just hit this button, and then boom, it's already sent to them. Your statuses will automatically change, and it will pull in all the reimbursement details for you, so you don't have to manually insert that in. So yeah, that's a little bit about insurance. We do have super bills. So super bill is a claim that you provide a client. So the client pays out of pocket, you provide them the claim, and then they submit it to their insurance company. So it's like an itemized receipt you're providing them. It's less information than what the CMS 1500 is requiring. So it's just your information, the client's information, and then, the billing items below. I've seen a variety of health professionals submit a super bill, like health coaches, and their clients are able to get full reimbursement. So insurance is always changing. So definitely check with your profession, or your specialty, if you can create super bills. But I've heard from providers are successfully, their clients are receiving reimbursement. So you just fill it out, you create the super bill, and then once it's created, this one's letting me know I gotta fix something. And then once I create it, I have the option to email it to the client on their side of Healthie, they will have a super bills tab, and they can download that super bill, submit it to their insurance company. You can email them directly, but we do have, the super bill feature if you need to create them. If you're just like, I don't do anything with insurance, I don't even want to see these features. If you go to the settings tab, you'll have an insurance tab here. If you just want to, like I said, Healthie is fully customizable. So if you want to remove those tabs, just turn it all off, and then you won't even see the options to create a super bill or CMS 1500. So for the out-of-pocket side of Healthie, we have client packages. So we have a credit card processor already built into Healthie. We use Stripe. So Stripe is the payment credit card processor that we use. They do take out a percentage each time when you charge a client through Healthie. They take out 2.9% plus 30 cents. So if you charge someone $100, Stripe's going to take out $3.26 from that charge. And then in return, transferring you like $96 and some change. So this is the packages area. Think of it as your shop area. Anything you want the client to buy, sign up, pay, just create it as a package. So if it's a program, create it as a package. If maybe it's a free discovery call, create it as a package. It's $0 where the client can go through this package and sign up for that discovery call. So I'm just going to show you all what this package link looks like. So I created one for a discovery call. I think it opened up a few tabs. So I'm just waiting for that to load. So discovery call, maybe it's a single session for a follow-up for $300, or maybe it's a bundle where they receive three appointments for $300. Maybe your providers actually charge their clients using the app. So maybe $25, you create a package. It's a subscription package. What it comes with is unlimited messaging with you, comments on their journals, maybe one free session, or maybe they get free handouts from you. Create it as, like, I've seen providers charge for their clients charge using the app for $5 to $25 range. Maybe it's a webinar. You can definitely, charge, your clients for these sessions that you're offering. Maybe a single session for initial consultation for $150. Just to circle back, here's a discovery call. I can add an image, write a description. The clients will see it's a discovery call. They can go ahead, pick which contact type they want. And then that's where they can go ahead, select the time. They only see time slots. They don't see when I have lunch or I'm with another client. And then that's where it takes them, they see, it's going to ask them for their name, their email address, and phone number. So you know who that new client is. It's just skipping out that portion because I'm logged into Healthie. But yeah, you can go ahead and create these sign up links, and you can share them on your website or on social media. To create a package, it's pretty simple. You just follow this template. You just pick an image. You just write what it's called, a description. You can add an introductory video. We ask you, do you want Do you want this to be visible? So your clients on their side of Healthie, they have a packages tab. So do you want them to see this offering inside of their account? If you keep it hidden, you can just give the client a direct link to that package and they can actually sign up through the direct link that you're providing them. Maybe email them or maybe have it on your website. And then that's where included items, we're going to ask you, what are they going to receive if they sign up through this link? So it can include appointments. Maybe it's a program. So I talked a little bit about programs. It's an educational course that you can enroll your clients into where you can have material drip out to them. So I'll show everyone what like a course would look like, but you can include a course. You can include products. So maybe some things from your inventory. Maybe you're selling supplements, creams, vitamins, or maybe labs. So we have an eLab integration. You'll be able to select which lab you want your clients to get drawn, and it's going to go through Quest. We have an integration with Quest. I believe it's on our Essentials plan and above. And then billing. How do you want to charge the client? So maybe this is a one-time fee of $100, or maybe I want to make it a subscription where the client's getting charged for $100 until they cancel. So we do give you different payment options. And what's really great is that the system will keep charging your client's card for you. So, at the beginning of the month, you don't have to go in and charge the client. You can also allow purchasing this as a gift option. So I know with the holidays coming up, a lot of clients are looking to purchase gifts for friends and family. You can set it up as like a gift for the client to purchase, and then my package is created, and I can go ahead and start, advertising it everywhere on social media. Under more, you'll also be able to create promotion codes. So when I went, the Discover call is free, so there's no promotion code. But I'm able to create promotion codes or discount codes to give to clients. So I know a lot of providers right now, they're trying to ramp up, during the holidays so that they have new clients, or for the new year, or they're perfecting a program or a group session that they want to go that's live in January. So right now they're, hardcore advertising, adding promotion codes. So you can definitely create these discount codes, friends and family code, maybe, 10, 15% off that clients can apply to one of those services. So it's really a great time right now to definitely advertise your services. And especially, for the New Year's resolution, everyone, is looking into wellness and getting better. So definitely, I would say, start creating those packages, maybe start advertising in January, and then February go live with that group session, or, however you want to go about it. Because I know some clients tend to in January, they're getting back in the holidays, or getting back from holidays and trying to get back into work mode, and then they think about their health. So, whichever way, and it all depends on, your population you're working with, and where you're at. But I definitely recommend start advertising those packages. As you're charging your clients those packages, or they're signing up for those packages, you're able to track that all in Healthie. You'll see them all through payments. You can charge clients for one-off payments. So if you need, you can schedule out charges. You're just like, I don't want to build out packages right now. If you just want to manually charge a client, you can. You can record outside payment, and maybe a client gave you cash, check, Venmo, maybe you're using Square, for, to keep it in your records and Healthie. You can record it as an outside payment, and then you can also create invoices if you prefer. So you can create that invoice, send it to the client can pay for that invoice. You'll be able to view all of your transfers. So you'll be able to see when the money should be expected in your bank account. So you'll be able to see that information. And then if a client has any issues, maybe an expired card, we'll let you know. So that's a little bit about billing and reports. So as you're inputting all of this information in Healthie, you're able to generate reports. So a very common report a lot of providers like to generate is the appointments report. I highly recommend when you are scheduling appointments on your calendar, definitely utilize the status feature here on these appointment sessions. So you can mark it occurred, no show, canceled. So when you mark off those appointment statuses, what I'm noticing that a lot of providers are doing is generating a report, their appointments report, maybe at the end of the week or at the end of the month, and they'll go through those statuses where they will go through who no showed or cancel, and to go in and charge those clients for those no shows or cancels. That's time out of, time taken away from you, time taken from another client that you could see. So if you don't have a cancellation policy in place or an office policy in place, maybe for the new year, maybe you want to update that, let all of your clients know, send them a message blast, hey, I updated my cancellation policy, $25 for no show, and or late or no show or cancellation, or maybe you're going to charge them for the full session for the cancellation. So highly recommend, that's what a trend I'm starting to see a lot of providers do. Like, time is valuable, they're charging their clients if they're no show and they want to get that show rate up. So appointments reports, definitely a popular one. Payments, just to see all of your payments throughout the year. We do have some client reports. Maybe you wanted to create like a newsletter and you need like everyone's email address, you can generate that report. Insurance, you can download the CMS 1500 report as well too. So yeah, that's a little bit of reports. We do have a faxing feature, so you can send out faxes, receive faxes. A common question I receive is, people still use faxes. So if you're a lot of I'm also surprised too as well, a lot of doctors' office uses faxes. So it's a lot of for referrals. So if someone's referring you to a client to keep it HIPAA, they'll fax it over to you. It's kind of like emailing, but it's faxing. It's electronic faxing. So you'll view that fax here. You can upload it within the client's profile and then, stored beneath their record. I'm just going to jump into a client's profile. I've been talking so much about the platform. Just want to point out some things in the client's profiles real quick. You can create care plans. Care plan is a protocol that, or a protocol, recommended plan, care plan, or a chart note you're sharing with the client. So you can add recommendations, goals, documents, everything will appear on one page for the client. Goals, you'll be able to create goals for clients. Clients are able to create goals from themselves. Tips on goals: if you're noticing your clients are not engaged on the app, or they're not engaged with you at all, create a goal for it. Like maybe write the title, create journal entry, or maybe create 3 journal entries, and then maybe set a specific reminder daily so they receive and get into that habit of creating those journal entries. Or maybe it's a one-time goal: download the app, get the client to download the app. I get a lot of client feedback. Clients love the app. It's just getting them on the app. And then once they're on their app and once they start utilizing it, they love it. You will get so many posts. I've had providers reach out to me and, talk about, how many entries a client would post. So, I always recommend, when you're introducing Healthie to your clients, just take a few minutes, just let them know the features that they can do. Sometimes clients download it, they're like, my provider told me to download it, and that's it. Just let them know, like, hey, this is the app to communicate with me. I would like you to start posting your food so I could see what you're eating to help you on your wellness journey. Or please create some goals. How about during this call, I'll create goals for you, and then and the next time I want to see the 2 goals that you've created. So, and then just talk a little bit about Healthie, set those expectations, what you want them to do on the platform, and then create goals. We do have Fullscript. So for those of you that take supplement, sorry, I'm going like speeding. So Fullscript is a supplement software. So you can recommend supplements to your clients. If you don't have a Fullscript account, it's a free account with them. They're awesome. Once you create an account with them, you can set up the Fullscript integration where you can make recommendations to your clients and you can see what the clients actually ordered. So this is Fullscript. If it doesn't apply to you, there's an option to exit out that feature. Lastly, I just want to talk about charting. I always say if you can't find anything on the platform, it's usually under charting. So if you're looking for your private notes, it's under charting. Or if you want to create a chart note, or you're looking for your clients filled out paperwork, it's under charting. So this is where you can view all their filled out paperwork, all of their intake forms. And if a client's like, I shared documents with you, or I uploaded something, it's under charting, under documents. That's where you can view all of the documents that clients upload. You can upload private documents on the client so they don't see. But yeah, if you ever get stuck and you don't know where anything is, just go to charting. So yeah, that's a bit of a rundown of Healthie. I know that was a lot of information. So yeah, the areas I would just recommend going through is the calendar, going under more and just going through all of these tabs. I also recommend going through settings and just going through all of these tabs. Create your packages so you can start offering them, or maybe share your calendar link, build out your documents, your educational resources, programs. For those of you that are on Practice Plus, you can create programs. It's an extra revenue stream. I know a lot of providers are finishing up their winter program, or they're perfecting their New Year, New You program, where you can have content drip out to your clients. So you can definitely, set a sequence of material when you want your clients to, view, and they can go through it on the app. And then I would say just add yourself as a test client so you could see what it looks like on the client side. And have an idea what, play around. Maybe you log in as the client on the app, and maybe you're the provider on the desktop, so you can see what it looks like on both sides. So I am, let's see, going to go through some of the questions. Let's see. So one of the questions is, would I be able to show on the forms how to just add text, not as part of a question, just for instructions or a note? Yes. So let me go back to forms in the form builder. I'm going to go to the initial. And then, so I'm here in my initial. Let's say I want to give them instructions like, you can take a break, or please fill out, as much as you can. When you change the question banks, you're going to go to agreement. Under the agreement, you'll have agreement read only. This is a unique box that will show everything embedded. So this is for contracts. You can upload your logo in here or instructions. So I'm going to say, please fill out this form as much as you can. I would say delete agreement read only because it will show. So, and just hit the space bar a few times because it is required for you to put something in there. And if you hit the space bar, it doesn't show. You can also make this bold. Maybe that's a little bit too big, but here, and then there is that, additional text there. And when I go to options to preview it, you'll notice that it's not in a text box, it's embedded. So the best box to use is agreement read only. Let's see. Excuse me. So another question is, if you already have clients you're working with that have filled out paper forms prior to Healthie, do you need to add in date of birth, address, etc. in the client section? Yeah, so if they already filled it out on a paper form, there's no way to kind of transfer that paper form into Healthie where it will autofill in the client's under actions for you. What you can do is maybe create like a 5 questionnaire with some of these, like, what's your address, just like maybe create a form like need updated address information, or needed update personal information, and just ask these questions like phone number, date of birth, so that it autofills in here. But there's no way as of now that if you scan something, it autofills in here. If you were coming from a different software where the client's addresses and demographic information was inside of like a zip file or a CSV file, then we can pull it in. But if it's paper, there's no way. You would have to manually insert that information in. I'm just realized, thanks, Stephanie. I'm just realized I'm like reading the message and then I'm noticing everyone's getting the responses. So sorry about that. Okay, perfect. Let me go ahead and jump. So I just want to show some final things here. Some resources. Okay, so just want to, I know I've been mentioning about Plus and Essentials. Just wanted to show the comparison of two. I know it's a popular question I receive. It's like, which plan am I on? Like, what am I receiving? So for starters plan, you can add up to 10 clients on the platform. You can't do group messaging or message blast or text message. That's available in the Essentials plan, which is the $49 plan. For Practice Plus, which I talked about, the Zoom integration, the Office Ally, it's unlimited clients. It's $129 a month. You'll also get color custom schemes, so you can change the colors of the platform, a lot more branding options there. So, and you also get programs, you can create those educational courses. So those are the difference between the two. You can always upgrade and downgrade at any time. So if you're just like, yeah, I want to do, I want to like try out this group session and, go live by January, you can always upgrade and downgrade. So just wanted to show the differences between the two subscriptions. And then lastly, some additional resources. You can always join in our live classes. We do deep dives on just the calendar or just charting and forms or just insurance or just programs. So feel free to join in on those webinars. We do have recordings. There's a bunch of recordings. If you just want to learn about like care plans or goals, there's like recordings on there. You can always like browse our help article. Our FAQ guide is help.gethealthy.com. We also have the help bubble down below in the platform that you can always get in touch with our team, or maybe you need to look up some type of resource, and then you can always reach out to us directly at hello@gethealthy.com. So just want to leave this here for a bit.